Okay, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Nerdles in Time. My name's Roy, if I haven't said that before, but glad you're here. Alright, so let's do some Faxanadu. NES. It's one of my, I wouldn't say one of my favorite games, because I never actually beat it, but it was well liked by me, and I always like the aesthetic of it. I like the music, and it's got some little tiny RPG elements in it, and it's probably one of the first games I ever played that had stuff like that in it. So this guy's been on a long journey. Came back to my hometown to find it is almost deserted. The gate is closed, people are gone, and the walls are crumbling. I wonder what happened. I want you to see the king right away, although you've just arrived. Alright. It's been a long time since I played this one. That is one of the things that I do remember about this, though. All the portraits, whenever they talk, they blink every time. Every time they say anything, they blink the crap out of everything they say. Maybe they have dry eyes in this world. Listen to people. You'll only get frustrated if you just walk around. True enough. The dwarves are robbing the elves' money and jewelry. That sucks for you guys. I have, like, no life. That sucks. This is the elf town of Dailies. It is located at the bottom of the world tree. And the elves live here. Go to see the guru before you see the king. If I remember right, it's this guy, I think, yeah. If you're going to see the king, take this ring. This ring will identify you. Don't lose it. Alright. I don't think you can lose that ring. I don't think you can even equip it. I think it's just there. Yeah, it's down there on the item thing. Alright, that guy sells keys. Can't do anything with him yet. And this guy, I can't do anything with any of these shops. The dwarves are already in town. It looks like the end is near. Sure does! Are those the... They don't look like dwarves. Ah! Alright, let's jump over these fuckers. Oh! Yeah! Good job. Wow. Alright, I think that there's... Yeah, what does this guy do here? Talk to me. I shall give magic for 200 golds, you damn cheap wizard. Can't I just get a little magic? I didn't mean to actually talk to him again. What, 0 is not enough golds? Come on. Come on. Alright, that guy's the same thing as the wizard, he just gives you health, I think. The last well is almost dry. That's an ominous thing to just say. Like, if you're just walking past someone and you're like, hey, what's up? And then they just... The last well is almost dry. Like, that's creepy. and like, freaky if you live in a town where you have to worry about wells. The king is waiting for me, huh? Alright. What up, king boy? Yeah, you stand for me. Alright. Glad you could come. Disaster has befallen us. The elf fountain water, our life source, has stopped. The wells are drying up. Many men went out and nobody came back. You are our last hope. I shall give you 1,500 golds! Rock, bro. Prepare for your journey with this money. It will be a dangerous journey. Take care of yourself. You know it. Alright. So yeah, now I go buy some life. And I think I should buy some magic too. Just a little bit. You want a martial arts lesson. Is that what it is? Yeah. Cool. Alright. I get a little bit of magic too. Come on. Oh wait! Yeah, I just remembered that there's a... Okay, so there's these guys who refill a little bit at a time. And I think I spent more money than I needed to, and I got less. So because they charge 200 a piece, and there's like a doctor. If I remember right, there's a doctor. You go into like a hospital, and you pay a lesser amount, and you get like fully recharged. I think your magic as well. It's okay. You can get your money back by killing enemies. Hello, I sell tools. What would you like? What would you like? Yep. Thank you for shopping. And the thing is that you can only buy one thing at a time. It's one of these old games where, I don't know, they must have known that it was annoying to go through these menus multiple times. Like, why does he say the same thing when you didn't even leave the shop? You're just trying to buy another thing. I think people were just lazy. That it didn't matter. Alright, so what am I doing? Oh yeah, weapon. And my magic. Alright. So, keys. I think I need to buy a key from this guy right now. What would you like? Yes. This guy just sitting there with a cigarette in his mouth, just, yeah. Yeah, my skin's purple. Or pink or whatever. Okay, this guy, I think he's gonna give me like a password, right? Visit all grooves on your way. We got a title according to your experience. Oh, that's right, yeah, I remember this. Okay. Now there's nothing really to save right now. I mean, I haven't even faced any enemies yet. Well, couldn't battle them anyway. Alright. Yeah! Money! There is a mark of Jack by the keyhole. So, key up. I've used key. Key has been used. Yeah. Now, if I remember right, all I really gotta do is find the next area. Just go forward until I get to it. But I think that it's also a good idea to farm a little bit. I think. Oh yeah, these guys can only be killed by the magic with this little short sword. If I remember right, the long sword, which you get later, will allow you to hit those guys from a standing position, because you cannot crouch in this game. I always kind of wondered if this game was based off of a particular set of mythology, because all the elves and the world tree and the dwarves and these weird-looking enemies. I just wonder if this is based on something. It feels fleshed out enough to have been based on something that I've never heard of before. Or maybe it's just like a bunch of elements taken from other things. I think this is a shop. Yeah. Hello, I say the same thing as all the other guys that look like me. What would you like? What would you like? Yeah, I'm broke compared to your prices, so sorry, I'll be back never. I'm pretty sure there's no way to come back to this place. I mean, because I've been pretty far into the game. As far as I remember, every time I played this, I would get stuck kind of at the same spot. I wasn't really getting stuck, it was more like the game was just starting to drag a little bit, maybe, and it just like, and there was a big difficulty spike all of a sudden. So, let's see here, small shield can almost afford it. Let's go back and afford it. Yeah, the huge difficulty spike plus the game was starting to drag. I just always ended up putting it down. I mean, I guess it's good enough of a reason, but it's not good enough for me. Eventually, I'd have to come back to this anyway and beat it once and for all. I'm glad I decided to start doing these videos, because that kind of is definitely a motivator in that. Because, like, who doesn't like, I mean, who does like seeing their work go unfinished in the public eye? It's just not that cool. Alright, shield me. Bloop. Thank you for shopping. Oops. I bought a shield, not armor. Alright, cool. What keys do this guy sell? I probably can't afford it yet, but I just want to know what I need. What would you like? Oh. Just another Jack key, huh? Or J key, whatever it is. Let's see. If you have the Matic, you can break the wall. But if you don't have it, you can't? Okay. But man, why is everybody in this bar talking about a freaking pickaxe? Okay. There's the town of Forepaw ahead of you. Okay, cool. It's an odd name. You need peace of mind. I will meditate with you. Alright, I don't need to write it down. I can just look it up in the stream if I once I need to start over again. It's only if you turn it off or die, I think. Actually, no. If you die, you just start back from where you got your last password. It's kind of like a checkpoint. Watch out for the jar of poison. The poison will take your energy away. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what poison usually does, right? Do you want a treatment? This guy sounds like he sounds like this because he doesn't look like he has a neck. Alright, do you want a treatment? It's more than I can afford. Yeah, so when that 250, I'm pretty sure it refills both of the gauges. Yeah, I noticed. You can carry 8 items. They are all important. Choose well. Cool. Did you learn that? I did! The mantra will return you to this world. Hold on to the mantra. You got it. Alright. So I'm pretty sure there's a, like a, not a dungeon, but a, I don't know what you call it. It's an area behind a door. Coming up with, damn it. With, the elf I need to defeat. Although if I remember right, it doesn't really look like an elf. It's more like a dragon kind of thing. So first I want to heal up, and then I'll get enough money for the key. All the way, all the way, all the way. Yep, absolutely. Isn't that a great noise? This game has interesting sound effects, in my opinion. It's the only one that I've ever heard use well, not that sound, but the sound that it makes when you hit an enemy. That squeal kind of sound. It sounds like the enemy is like squealing in pain, you know? Alright. Alright, I have enough for the key and then some. Ugh. Bleh. Man, I would love to get the longsword. It's a little easier to hit the enemies with. Ah. So for these videos, I think I'm just gonna be doing half-hour video. Oh, I didn't actually do that. Oh, whatever. Wasn't paying attention. It's fine. Money's pretty disposable in this game. You get it back pretty quick, I think, as far as I remember. But yeah, anyway, I'm probably gonna end this at about a half an hour and try to get half-hour videos of Faxanadu anyway, and see how it goes. It's possible that I might extend videos like this to an hour if it just feels right. But I don't know. I want to try to. What am I doing again? Oh, damn it! Once again, not paying attention. I want to just try it out to see what half-hour videos feel like and see how they're received. I think it'd be fine, but if it's just easier or more beneficial to the channel to make them a little longer, that's fine with me too. I don't mind. We'll just play it by ear, and we're testing the waters. I wish I had read the instruction book for this one as a kid. I'd probably remember the enemy names. But this is one of the ones that... well, shit. I can't remember if I ever did have the instruction book for this game. I imagine that I did. Because, like I said, my uncle used to give me his old video games after he was done with them. And come to find out he'd just buy them again later once he started missing them, I bet. But it was really cool for me because I could always use another game, you know, even as a kid, especially as a kid, I suppose. But today just as much, I'd say. It's an equal amount of awesome new game from then to now. But I don't remember getting the instruction book, although most of the games I do remember that he gave me, well, they did have the whole box and instruction book with it. In the case of Final Fantasy III, which is 6, as we all know, he included the player's guide at the time, and it was such a cool player's guide. I read through that damn thing so many times, not even just for tips or anything, but just to look at the artwork and scour it just for more information. Like, I was a walking, I guess I probably still am, a walking encyclopedia of that damn game, because it's just so good. I took to it immediately. It was definitely the first full-on RPG, I guess. Well, it was the first one I really liked, because it wasn't the first one I played. The first one I could say that I played was Dragon Warrior, which is very basic in comparison. It's on NES, and it's mostly text-based. I mean, you can see yourself on the map moving around and stuff, looking for items and traversing the land and all that, but the fights are all text-based, basically. You just get a picture of the enemy that you're fighting and no animation whatsoever. And I played it as a kid, but it was like before I could really read very well, so I didn't really know what I was doing. So I just kind of poke around in that game and just get experience points and buy things until I would get stuck because I couldn't read well enough to like find the items that were hidden or whatever. So I played that a little bit, and then probably the next real RPG that I played after that was Final Fantasy 3. Final Fantasy 6, I'll just call it 6 because that's what it is. But see, that doesn't look like an elf, or I mean a dwarf. It looks like a dragon bat. It looks like a bat for sure, like breathing some kind of fireball. But it's like a bat with a dinosaur body. What the hell even is that? But yeah, once I played Final Fantasy VI for the first time, I was a little older. I could read, but just fine. I was reading full-on novels at that point. I was, at 5th or 6th grade or something like that. And I took to it immediately. Immediately, I thought it was like just an amazing, like it was a game changer type of game, and it became my new obsession for the longest time. It's not my very favorite game in the world, but it's probably my favorite RPG. I'd have to really like sit down and think about it. But it's probably my favorite, like, Japanese fight turn-based RPG. Like, a lot of people will say this is technically an RPG because you're gaining experience and you're playing the role of this guy who's come back to save his elf people from the tyranny of the dwarves or whatever, and save the world tree. I mean, that could easily be the plot of a game where you go around and have turn-based fights. So like I've always felt the definition of an RPG is odd, or the way that people stretch the definition anyway. For me, RPG, I mean, because really when you play any video game where you're an actual character instead of like just like a shape, if you got a name and you've got a mission and you've got and there's things happening with like a narrative, then you're playing a role, and it's a game that you're playing, so it's a role-playing RPG or role-playing game. But I've always taken the term RPG to mean just turn-based fighting. For the most part, there's definite exceptions to stuff. I mean, because not all turn-based fighting games are very story-driven. So you're not really playing the role of much. Can't really think of any now, but I'm sure they're out there. Yeah, I mean, because those are just like strategy games, really. Strategy without the narrative. And even when the game is more focused on strategy, sometimes there's still enough of a narrative to call it an RPG. Like what would you call like the Fire Emblem Conquest game that I mentioned before? I think I mentioned it before. That's like a really tactical strategy RPG. It's an RPG because of all the things I just said, but the narrative in it is very barely there. Like it's hardly there at all, really, because it's in my opinion anyway. Like you don't really play much of a role. You just kind of are there to watch the story play out for the most part. You barely make decisions, in the game. You just are along for the ride, pretty much. But also the how deep the story goes is pretty shallow. So it's mostly it's mostly about the fighting. What am I doing? Oh yeah, okay, so it must be this. Ah. I've used Matuk. Alright, about 5 more minutes and we're gonna call it an episode. Yeah. We got a new enemy coming up. Oh, 2 new enemies coming up. Ghosts! Yes, like, what is up with these enemies? Like, we got the weird, it's kind of looking like a pumpkin head type character with a big old weird alien body and bulgy eyes and springboard legs. I don't know how to describe that character. You got weird, like kind of standard looking ghosts. The spiky dudes look like they're kind of out of Mario or something a little bit. And was that an Ent? Is he a big mushroom? Takes a lot of hits. And yeah, like, oh yeah, okay, so that's the other enemy I was just thinking about. What, gotta get out of there. Like, what is that? What is that? A spaceman with baggy pants? Does he have? Why does he have fireballs in his chest? Is it even a he? If I remember right, that is a power-up that makes me a little stronger. The glove increases offensive power. Cool. I guess I could use it. It didn't really help that much, did it? Yeah. Yeah. Shielded me. Alright, creepy weirdo. Alright, oh, for a second I thought the terrible night had come. Alright, I think we're out of town. Yep. Alright, we're gonna get the mantra and we're gonna call it an episode. How's that grab you? Shall give you a title. Battler! Alright. Damn straight. Tell your friends. Oh. You need peace of mind. Alright. What if he actually said that as he was meditating? Just Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.